I try to keep this short and sweet. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for the blessing of an opportunity to have the experiences and be in the position I am today. None of this was possible without my faith. Thank you to everyone who came out today to support me in my decision. It really does mean the world to me that I have an amazing community that continues to be there for me. As you all know, this process was quite literally a dream come true. I remember going to bed every single night as a kid, promising myself that one day I'd be the one catching touchdowns for my favorite colleges. Some see it as a dream, but I promised myself I'd make it my future. Me and my brother Leighton would go out every single day and throw the football around. We would ask for real conditioned college football helmets every single Christmas just so we could feel a little bit more like our favorite players while hitting each other. We would go out and get all our friends around the block and play every chance we got. Unfortunately, that's probably where most of our injuries and fights happened, but I know every single person there that was, those are memories that we'd never forget. But we breathed and we lived sports as much as me and Leighton compete with each other, and I'll never admit to him, but I don't think he'll ever understand how much I look up to him as a player and as a person. Thank you to all the coaches that I have had an opportunity to play and work for. Thank you to each and every one of you for the impact you have made in my life. I promise it has not gone unnoticed, and I'm so appreciative of the knowledge and leadership you have instilled in me. Thank you for pushing me and demanding greatness out of me every single day. Thank you for the times you guys have pulled me aside and made sure I kept my head up when things weren't going the best. Thank you for always reminding me of my potential and the impact that I could have on my team. Thank you for the time and the energy you sacrificed and spent away from your families just so you could come be a coach and a role model to us kids. Thank you for stepping aside and letting me be a leader. Thank you to all my family for always being there for me. As you can see, we got a lot of Cures in the crowd, so I always look forward to holidays just so I can be around all my grandparents, uncles, aunts, and cousins. All of you always made me appreciate what it meant to be a part of a close family like ours and always have each other's backs. It's one of the things I always remember and value about my life. Thank you for making me feel loved. Thank you to all my friends throughout this process. My best memories were always spent with you guys, no matter what sort of thing we were doing. I wish I could break down some memories, but they're just too many. Thank you for all of those. Thank you guys for treating me as Lincoln and nothing more. Thank you guys for being my brothers. Thank you to all the collegiate coaches who I was blessed to be recruited by. It was a lot of fun getting to go experience things I only got to watch on TV. Thank you guys for all the visits you made out to Goodland to see me and my family. Thank you for all the visits I got to make to your colleges. One of the hardest things about this process was only getting to choose one school. It was truly amazing getting to develop relationships that go far beyond football, and I will forever cherish that. And last but not least, thank you to my mom and dad. From the moment I was born, you guys raised me the right way and told me to be a leader every day. Thank you for taking me to all my travel league games and demanding me to do better. Thank you for all the time and money you spent on me just so I could be happy. Thank you for all those times we argued. Thank you for pushing me to my limit every chance you got. Thank you for all the sacrifices you made for me. Thank you for being my parents. I promise it's all going to pay off one day. You guys are the real heroes. And to all the kids watching, no matter where you are or what you want to do, it's possible to reach your dreams. It's possible for each and every one of you to be in the seat I am today. I'm a living example of it. I believe in you, believe in yourself. It's you against you. Throughout this process, I have not forgotten who I am and where I come from. I pride myself on staying humble and staying true to myself. I can't sit here and say this was even slightly easy. I pushed myself to exhaustion every chance I got. I struggled mentally because I wanted it so bad and refused to fail. I worked myself to tears. I dealt with a crazy amount of pressure and stress on me to be the person and athlete I am today. All that is just a slight fraction of it, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I loved every second of it. I loved the lonely hours. I loved being able to work as hard as I have. I love and am so proud to be able to say that I am from out in the middle of nowhere, Goodland, Kansas. But I'm not done yet, and I'm nowhere close to where I'm going to be. Thank you all for being a part of my journey as I hope to be a part of yours. This is just the beginning. So with all of that, for the next 3 to 4 years, my story will continue at Kansas State University. Obviously, Kansas State has always had a special place in my heart. Got to go to games as a kid. Watch Colin Klein. He made me fall in love with football. So just getting to experience those things. And then I went to camp almost exactly a year ago. And can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah. So Kansas State has always they've held a special place in my heart. I got to go to games as a kid and watch Colin Klein and Lockett, all those great players. It's kind of where I developed my love for football. But I had a moment at my official visit. I didn't sleep at all from Saturday to Sunday, and I texted Taylor Bratt, the main recruiter. I texted him at about 7:15 in the morning. Can you bring me to the stadium? I just need some time to think. So, I went up to the stadium, section 227, C18, and kind of just let it all out right there because that's kind of where my journey started. I went to camp there June 9th, and June 10th got my first offer. They offered me with not having much film, just kind of having my background as an athlete. So that always meant a lot to me, how much they trusted me and what I was going to become. But I just kind of let it all out in that moment right there. Unfortunately, a lot of tears came out. Made the important calls I needed to make. But Coach Kleiman came up there eventually, and we were just sitting there alone with each other for a while. So we just we talked over a lot of things, and what I've been preaching to myself for a long time is, you can talk about academics, you can talk about culture, you can talk about whatever you want, but it's really that feeling, and that's one of the early conversations I had with Colin Klein. He told me, when you can't really explain the feeling, but when you know. So had that feeling at K-State, and throughout the week I just kind of cherished that moment. Obviously thought other things through, but that was the moment I kind of decided, this is where I can have the biggest impact as a person and not just as a player.